to talk to this man in person. Andrew Austin-Adler, we follow each other on social media. He's a student meteorologist, and you kind of specialize in the tropics, but, you know, much like a lot of other meteorologists today, you're kind of having to learn more about seismology and geology and stuff. So let us know, where are you at, Austin? How did you find out about this earthquake and tsunami, etc.?
Hi, Ari. It's great to be here. Yeah, it's a very interesting story. We were in a movie theater, believe it or not, and then all of a sudden the whole audience started ringing with that almost Amber Alert tone, saying that there's a tsunami warning. So we all packed up our things. We left while the movie was still going, and then we began to drive up. I'm in Kula right now, which is about 3,000 feet in elevation on the mountain of Haleakala. So we're definitely far away from the water. I'm a little bit worried, though, because our resort is definitely a beachfront property. So very interesting to see what will be left when we get back.
Wow. Yeah, I'm interested to see how bad this is going to be. I mean, from the scientific standpoint, you know, there haven't been a huge amount of these large-scale events in modern history. You know, we think back to 2004, Indonesia, 2011, Japan. Those are the ones that stick out in people's minds, and obviously those were unbelievably massive tragedies with hundreds of people, or hundreds of thousands of people that died. Now, I'm not saying I think that's going to happen here. We're also kind of farther from the epicenter. But, you know, what's the general vibe around there when it comes to these tsunami warnings? Because as I mentioned, you guys get a lot of tsunami watches, and a lot of times it doesn't materialize. Do people still take it seriously?
Well, I'm actually a little bit surprised because mainly the locals are not taking it as seriously as I would expect them to. It's all the touristy people that are not used to being in Hawaii that are kind of freaking out. The second the warning went off on the phones, we went to Whole Foods, which is right next to the theater, and there was not a single cart available to use to shop for things like water and snacks. But the whole time I actually heard a conversation in the grocery store about some people saying that they were going to try to go down to the water and surf the tsunami wave. And I had to interject, and I was like, absolutely not. It's dangerous. We shouldn't be doing things like that. So definitely the locals, I think it's more equivalent to people in Oklahoma, how you get tornado watches and tornado warnings all the time. And so a lot of the locals kind of write it off until there's that real serious threat.
Yeah, for sure. I can totally understand that. Well, man, so how do you live there? How long have you been there?
No. I live in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We're actually on vacation.
Wow.
We came to Hawaii on July 15th, and we're going to leave here in mid-August. So it's right smack dab in the middle of my vacation. We're having to deal with this, but you know, it's Mother Nature. That's why I love the science. Yeah.
It's going to be quite a case study here, I have a feeling. So yeah, you guys are up 3,000 feet or so. Obviously, you're going to be safe there. No issues. Now, I'm curious. Do they have these things like tsunami hazard zones in Hawaii? Is it kind of like with storm surge, where there are certain zones, you know, certain parts of the coastline that are a little bit more susceptible?
I'm honestly not really sure. What I do know is that there are tsunami sirens, much like tornado sirens, and we definitely heard them, you know, be turned on for this event. And they're mainly situated in the coastal towns and regions. So when you hear that warning, the local officials were telling you to kind of get to higher ground, get away from the water, get away from the edge. So I honestly thought that was very peculiar that they had sirens like that until, you know, we had to use them.
Yeah, I mean, it was a very interesting sounding siren, I have to say, compared to a tornado siren. It was definitely discernible, that's for sure. Anything else you got for us, Austin, that I'm missing?
Well, not really. I mean, the wave is going to, I mean, I saw some things that people were trying to predict how tall that wave is going to be. And I want to just put it out there that it's kind of hard to predict how tall the wave is going to be when it impacts land masses, and to just kind of stray further away from doing that and instead focus on the danger of inundation. Yeah,
no, great point there. Great point there. All right, that's Andrew Austin-Adler. It was great to meet you, man. I really appreciate you popping on the show.
Great to meet you, too. Thank you so much.
Yeah, by the way, you should follow him on Twitter at WeathermanAAA. I think there's an underscore after it, too. But he's really good with tropical stuff. He kind of specializes in tropical meteorology.
Yeah, I specialize in hurricanes.
Just a good follow to have. All right, Austin, thanks a lot for the time tonight. Be safe.
Thank you so much for having me. This has been wonderful.
You got it, brother. We'll see you next time. All right.